So guys, V6 is finally out and let's look into it. Like we all expected, in V6 it's mostly wording changes, but Saber did receive a small buff. Now she does more toughness damage and I think it does help her in her kit, so hey, we'll take anything. A buff is a buff in my opinion. A change, it's also a pretty good change in my opinion. Now, in my opinion, I think this beta I think was probably one of the more balanced ones. Unless if you're Phenon enjoyer, I think Phenon is still fine. Okay, you don't need to worry. I see a lot of Phenon doom posting going around, but I still think Phenon is in a pretty decent situation. The only problem is he's a little bit not that he doesn't have high skill scaling like other units. He's just gonna follow the same thing over and over again. But when it comes to power, I think he'll be fine. Even though he's gonna have a MOC that's gonna shield him, I think he'll be still fine. Especially after Sirydra, he should be fine for at least another 2 or 3 patches. After that, well, it depends. Okay, it depends. But now, if you look into the other units, like the rework units and all, I think they're looking incredible. Especially Silver Wolf, I think should be on your top priority in my opinion. Especially after the changes they did, right? She did not got changed from almost from V1. She's literally has the same kit, and I think that was the right choice. Mainly because of her kit being so good and more universal. You can almost put her on a lot of teams, except which team does she not that good? Probably against HP scaling teams, but even then against 3 enemies, she's still so good. So yeah, she has a lot of teams that you can stick her in. I think the only team that I will probably not put her is probably on Facia follow-up teams, just because I don't think you get that much value unless you run no sustain. Then yeah, you can stick her in there as well. So yeah, she has a lot of teams. I think she should be one of the best units in 3.4, unless they drop Tribi and Sunday on top of it. Then yeah, then it's gonna be hard for you to choose her. But I still think Silver should be in some people's mind as a character they should pull, in my opinion. The rest of them, I think it depends, especially the rework units. If you like a dot, if you're a dot enjoyer, you should get Kafka, especially rework Kafka with Hisland should be a really good combo in my opinion. And then it depends, right? Blade or Jingli, both of them are now HP skill and DPSs. Pull who you like, in my opinion. There. The only thing I hate from the beta is Jingli has to rely heavily on what's her name even? Forget the stupid horse. Hyacinth, Jingli has to rely on Hyacinth, especially with the signature. Otherwise, Jingli won't have 100% uptime on her skill. It kind of sucks, but well, it is what it is. That's the way Hoyoverse want her to work now. So if you have a Hyacinth signature, I think Jingli is a pretty solid pick as well. Now moving on to the Fate units. Archer, I mean, let's just be honest, even with the nerfs, I think he's pretty solid, especially if you have some high investment relics. And because the character has such a high scaling, skill scaling, you could do so much things. You could do 0 cycles, 1 cycle, especially if you know how to do the rotations. Even with sustains, I've seen some crazy 0 cycles. The only problem is, of course, relic investment has to be pretty crazy to do that. But even outside, higher relic investment, he should do some 2 to 3 cycles without any difficulty. Especially things, he uses supports that not many other DPSs use, right? I mean, he uses freaking Cypher, Silver Wolf, and especially Sparkle, right? Like these units, the other DPS don't even need. So I think that's the best part about Archer. He literally makes other, off-meta supports literally viable. So I think it's pretty cool, and he's free. So I think everybody should build an Archer, in my opinion. Plus, you can also use multiple sets on him, so you can, he has some diversity in relics as well. He's not like limited to this relic set like that, okay? I think it's pretty cool. And now talk about Saber, she did got a small buff this beta, but I think overall, I think she looks great. Especially her performance with some, investments, like if you have a Sunday and Robin, I think she does pop up really well. I do think she's a solid pick. So if you have her, if you like her, go for it. I don't think people are gonna, worry too much. I think overall, 3.4 looks to be a really, really good patch for Honkai Star Rail, especially for the characters. Reward based, we're gonna get a free Archer. I think it's almost guaranteed. They did say we're gonna get a free 5-star. It should be Archer, in my opinion. Otherwise, pull wise, we just had to wait for the freaking live stream. I think it's like tomorrow, and yeah. But 3.4 looks promising for Honkai Star. Hopefully, this is like their new beginning, their redemption arc, and yeah, I'm kind of excited for it. So that's all for the, V6 changes and my thoughts on the whole beta itself. And I think it's pretty solid. I'll get it's pretty solid. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day and see you guys tomorrow. Be safe out there, guys.